Okay, I get carried away when we're talking about our political situation, you know, and the wars and stuff. It's obvious that I don't like wars. Well, neither did Nikola Tesla. You know, he didn't like wars. Who likes wars? I don't like wars. Our kids go off to war, they come back, they're all messed up and everything, and they don't seem like our government wants to take care of them, so why even have them? If we use our heads and make the right kind of technology, no one embraced Nikola Tesla like they should have. When he made the Wardenclyffe Tower there in Staten Island, they tore it down. If we had something like that today, that could produce over 1 million volts of electricity, what could something like that do? Well, I wouldn't want to make war with it, but what I would want to do is save our planet with it. Can we prevent an incoming asteroid? The only way I can figure out how we can prevent an incoming asteroid is with Mother Earth's own energy that she produces. The millions and millions of volts, like a snap, that shot out across space, that hit that asteroid, and that might divert it so the trajectory of that asteroid isn't going to hit us. We have one coming. It's called Pompous. I think it's in 2029, 2030, something like that. A Pompous. We're going to have a close call. This would be a technology that could ward off something like that. We need to be able to save the carbon that everybody's complaining about. Yeah, it's bad. But Mother Earth puts out more carbon in one day from all the undersea volcanoes, all the volcanoes in Hawaii and Iceland, sometimes so bad that the air traffic is diverted around them. It puts out so much carbon that we haven't even put out that much carbon. It's a very essential part of Earth. It kind of like keeps us warm. The carbon kind of like blocks out the sunlight and keeps us warm for a little bit. And if we didn't have carbon, well, we'd have an ice age. So yes, an abundance of too much carbon is bad. But I'll tell you what's bad. Fukushima, nuclear meltdown, 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl. That's the kind of emissions that will eat your face off in 3 weeks and kill everybody. Once you drop that egg, bam. That's bad. That's contaminated for the next 200,000 years. You know, I mean, I understand that nuclear power is a good power and it's a great power and it's really good until something goes wrong. Until there's an earthquake that cracks that egg, that cracks open the plant and it gets loose. What would happen if we had a geomagnetic solar flare that knocked down the grid? I'm talking across the United States. We need that electricity, right? That electricity is what run the cooling pumps at the nuclear power plants. Suddenly we don't have no electricity, and those nuclear power plants are getting hot within a week. They got backup systems, but how are you going to keep them going? You don't have one Chernobyl or one 3 Mile and going now. You have about 400 nuclear power plants that are melting down on you. That's why I'm trying to get my point across, is it's so important that we have an alternate energy system to where if we lose our power, we could have another sustainable power with a big pool of water spinning at 55 miles an hour, spinning the generators and getting your electricity for free. Now, I'm not going to tell you how I can get that going because I don't want to lose my shit. Because thievery's out there, and I don't care how rich you are, thievery's out there. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you from my heart that I know that I'm right. If we could take and redo our energy in a different way, we would also create all kinds of jobs. We would save our mother country. We would save the planet. We would take our civilization, as we know it right now, our civilization globally into the next realm. into the next 1,000 years. The carbon that we could collect, that we could massively collect, we could build cities and towns out of that. We could make new technology with that carbon because of its conductive characteristics. It's still metal, still tiny on a molecular level. You could use it in your new cell phones. Super light, all kinds of memory. You could send it to Detroit and they could build cars out of this carbon and have the best frames, the best suspension parts. The best things that you could imagine could be made out of carbon. Light and 10 times stronger than metal. So all these things are at our grasp, and yet we still are not embracing what Nikola Tesla was trying to do years ago. I'm not trying to compare myself to him. I think he's an awesome guy that should have been embraced. But Thomas Edison kind of like ruined all that, along with J.P. Morgan. Money. Fat cats. You can have all the money in the world. You can be the wealthiest person in the world, and I'm talking to you right now. But what good's it going to do you when you can't breathe? You know, what good's it going to do to have your kids playing around in your backyard when you know you've only got a month left with them? If we do things a different way, and we try to pull together and save this planet, it will open up our future to the stars. We can make ships that would be able to travel light years away. Later on, we won't ever see that, but what we'll do is we'll lay the groundwork and the foundation of some great ideas that our children and our children's children might light the way. My name is Kim Richno. You can contact me at this website. Pause.